We'll start soon. Okay, so the memory for tomorrow is Hebrews 9:28. And remember, we said this is kind of a long one. Raise your hand if you worked on it already this weekend. Raise your hand if you're going to say, ooh, I need to work on it a lot because I didn't. Okay, make sure today, going in tomorrow, you get it learned. Remember, it says, Hebrews 9:28. So Christ, having been offered once to bear the sins of many, will appear a second time, not to deal with sin, but to save those who are eagerly waiting for him. Okay? Remember, I said that if you're going to split it, you might want to do the Hebrews 9:28 at the end and start with just, so Christ, having been offered once to bear the sins of many, and then make a line there. All right. Will appear a second time, not to deal with sin, but to save those who are eagerly waiting for him. Hebrews 9:28. And it might be the best place to split that up. All right? Yes?
You forgot to ask if you did church attendance.
Oh, that's right. I didn't do church attendance. Remind me later when I'm not recording something. All right, so that'll be for tomorrow morning. Declan, just record yourself doing it at some point and send it to me, along with your other ones, because I think I need your other memories as well. So make sure you do that. All right, so that'll be memory. Be ready for that. In your religion book, go to page number, I'll have it for you in a second, as soon as I find your I need a different one. Oh, there it is. It's right next to you. All right. If you go to page number 22, remember, we jumped ahead to talk about Martin Luther. In fact, can you actually turn off the projector and turn on the front lights? Okay. We were talking about Martin Luther, but we're moving on from Martin Luther and we're jumping backward in our book. Remember, we kind of jumped way ahead to be able to talk about him. Now we're going back to kind of where we were. And on page 22 at the top, it says, tools help us work and learn. Okay, page 22. So Declan, have your religion book, be on page 22, and you can just follow along with what we're doing. All right. On the top of the page, can somebody read where it says tool, and it gives you a definition? Go ahead, Zoe.
An object that helps to do something.
Okay, something is a tool if it just helps you do something. All right? Number one says, what do these tools help us do? Here's what I want you to do. Look in that toolbox, pick 3 tools that you know the name of, write the name, and then tell me what it helps you do. So, I'm not even, you know what, I'll do one as an example, but then you can't pick it. Okay? There is one that I'm going to call a wrench. And I'm going to put down tightens / loosens bolts. Okay, that's all you have to do. You don't have to write a big long sentence. Just give me the name of a tool and then basically what you do with the tool. So pick 3 of them. Go ahead and do that on your own right now. Declan, you can do the same thing right now. Yes?
One day I got confused when we were doing homework. So then I did this page, so I already have it then.
Okay, well, all right. Did you do 3?
Yeah.
Okay. Yes?
Doing
Like write your name and then tell it. Yep, for 3 that you picked. Yes.
On here, like, do you write hammer, then the line?
Yeah, you don't have to do the line, but it just kind of helps you know that hammer is done, and then you can write down what it does. Yes?
I don't have page number 20.
22. Why don't you have page 22?
I don't know.
You should. I don't know what to tell you. Did you rip it out? Great. I'm not sure where it is. Write down 3 tools you know for sure and tell what they do. Hopefully there's at least 3 that you know the name of. Who has at least 2 of them written down? At least 2. That means you have 3, you have at least 2. Okay. All right. I would ask Declan, but he can't answer me because we're just videoing this, so we're recording.
Yeah.
Hopefully Declan's got all 3 down. Yes? Yeah, okay. Take about 30 more seconds. And then we'll go through the ones you picked. See if we know the names of all of these tools. One of them, it's hard to tell what it is. It could be a lot of different tools. Because you only see a little part of it. Yes.
I want to know don't screwdrivers like also tighten and go?
They do other things. It's in the name. I'll explain the difference in a little bit. Okay, here we go. Wait, question? Okay, well, we'll look at it. All right, who's got a name of a tool and what it does? What did you put, Campbell?
A screwdriver screws.
Okay, there you go. It's kind of in the name, isn't it? A screwdriver helps you put a screw in or out, right? And there's all different kinds. Can anybody tell me the name of that particular kind of screwdriver? Because there's different kinds.
By the looks of it, it looks like a flathead.
Yes, usually people call that just a flathead screwdriver. And then there's other different kinds. Flatheads are the hardest ones to use because they slip out a lot. So, all right. So, screwdriver, what's another tool that we have in there? You guys didn't know that religion was going to be a quiz on tools today, did you? Campbell, Colton, sorry.
Saw, it cuts wood.
Okay, a saw, and a saw cuts up wood, right? Okay. All right. Who's got another one? I'm not writing down what they all do, and you don't have to write all of them down. Just have your 3. Okay. What's another one, Jordan?
Cutting pliers.
Say it again.
Cutting pliers.
Okay, I'm gonna put down pliers. Okay, but do you want it to be like something that cuts things? Are you talking about the red handle sticking out?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the red handle sticking out is the one that could be many things. What do pliers do? Can somebody just tell me what pliers do? What do they do? They don't actually cut things. If it's just regular pliers. You could use it to bend wire, but really it's doing this thing to help you do the bending.
It can hold things.
Yeah, it holds things tighter. It makes your grip stronger so that you can go and use all your fingers to hold something instead of just like a couple fingers, okay? So it can grab onto a bolt kind of like a wrench does, but it's different sizes, okay? So just a regular pliers would do that. The thing you were thinking of, we're gonna call this. a wire cutter. Okay, and it might have like almost like scissors, but tinier, and it's stronger than scissors because you can cut through a piece of wire. Okay, so now it could be different kinds of pliers. There's all kinds of pliers. There's needle nose, there's bent needle nose, there's different kinds of wire cutters. Okay, but that's enough for that particular tool. So don't give any more names for that red-handled tool. You hear me? Because sometimes I say things and then the next thing I hear is somebody calls me a name for the red-handled tool. All right, what's another tool though that we could have? Zoe. A ruler. Well, that thing is kind of, where is it? Show me the one you're looking at. Okay, that's not technically a ruler. It's actually something slightly different. But there is something in there that's like a ruler, but you're looking at something different. What do you have? Okay, a tape measure. That's the little black thing down at the bottom. That's a tape measure. And what do you do with that, Calvin? Okay, you measure stuff. It comes out and you can see how long something is, and then you can measure something else and mark it, and then you cut it to the right size. By the way, one of the rules for doing woodwork and anything else is measure twice, cut once. Because once you cut something, you're done, right? If you cut it and it's the wrong size, you can't like glue it back together, okay? So people say measure twice, cut once, but there's actually more to it. The actual rule is measure twice, cut once, but don't measure at all if you don't have to. Here's an example. Let's say I'm building something and I need 20 pieces of wood that are exactly the same size. I'm going to measure the first one, check to make sure that it is exactly the right size. Now what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to take the one I already cut, put it on my other board, line the ends up real nice, and make a line where I need to cut it. See how I didn't measure? I just used a piece of wood that's the right size. And that's actually a better way of doing it because now you know they're all exactly the same, okay? Little building tip for you. Measure twice, cut once, but don't measure at all if you don't have to, okay? Brody? You got another one?
That ruler is actually, I think it's called, I can't really tell if it's a square.
That's what it does though, right? We're gonna call it this. We're gonna call it an angle iron.
That's what I was thinking.
But what it does is it helps you check to make sure things are square. You have a 90-degree angle. Okay, so if I have a board and I need to make a cut across this board, I want that cut to be a 90-degree cut. So I will put that angle iron on the board like this so I can make my line. Sorry, and then make the cut. Okay, so that's basically what that's kind of used for. It's to make sure things are square and they're not tilted or something. Okay, all right. We still have tools. What's another one?
Well, do you have to put down three? Because I think I kind of lost it.
That's okay, as long as you're paying attention.
Nobody says hammer, so I have hammer.
Oh, yeah.
And
Okay, a hammer, and what does a hammer do?
hammer and a nail.
Okay, it makes nails go in
Or
doors.
you could just hammer yourself, hammer your, you could just, or you can hammer your nails.
Okay, you can flatten your hand. There you go. I don't suggest doing that though. All right, it also will take nails out if you use the other side, right?
Yeah.
So if you mess up, you pull it out. Is that what you're gonna add? Okay, all right. Did we get all of them? I think we got all of them. That's a lot of tools. Here's a question for you. Using the definition of a tool, is the toolbox a tool?
Yes.
What do you think?
Yes.
Okay, because a tool is an object that helps you do something. Well, the toolbox is helping me carry all my tools, right? So that is actually a tool. So anything that helps you do something. All right, look down at the next part. how do these tools help you in school? Go ahead, write down how each of those things can help you in school. Hopefully you know the first one's a calculator, second one's a pencil, next one's scissors, and the last one's a book. Just tell me, how do those work as tools? How do they help you in school? And Declan, you can be doing this right now too. How do those things help you in school? Did you already do this part too?
I did the whole thing.
Alright. Well, but you need to tell me specifically, like, what does that mean? What does this do? I mean, for each one. All right, if you don't have them all done, that's okay, but let's kind of share what you put for those, because I want to kind of keep moving here. What does a calculator help you do? What can we say a calculator helps with that makes it a tool?
To give it exact answers
In what?
in math.
Okay, it helps you get the exact answer for a math problem. By the way, though, calculators only work when you put the right numbers in. If you accidentally hit the wrong number, don't expect to get the right answer, because the calculator doesn't know what the problem is. You're telling it what to do, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I just have to make sure you tell the calculator what to do correctly. All right, how about the pencil? What does it do? What's that help us do? Liam?
Bring something, so.
There you go. It helps you just write down the things, right? So it helps you tell somebody what you need to tell them on the paper, okay? Brody, what's the scissors do?
Help you cut.
Okay, help you cut things. Can you imagine if you always had to just tear your paper?
Yeah.
You don't need to like, it'd be all crazy, wouldn't it? Okay? And then the last one is a book. What does a book help you do?
It allows you to read and depending on what subject you're studying, you'll learn different things.
Okay, it helps you basically to learn things, right? The book, all right? So, different tools do different things. Now, yes, go ahead.
I just had something to add on to the pencil. It also lets you erase.
Oh, yeah, that's a good point, right? Because
A long time ago, you had to use ink and you couldn't erase.
that's right, you couldn't erase. All right, so if you look down below that, we're gonna talk about 3 different tools that can help us study the Bible, all right? And they have different names. The very first one says a Bible concordance. The next one says a Bible dictionary. And the last one said Bible, does it say maps on there or atlas? Okay, Bible atlas. Okay, we have to make lines from each of those things down to the description. So let's see if we can figure it out. The first one says a list of meanings of Bible words, places, and things. Which thing in there would give you the meaning of words? What do you think, Calvin? Yeah, a Bible dictionary. So go ahead and make a line from the actual Bible dictionary down to choice A. Because when you read the Bible, sometimes they use words that we don't use anymore. Like when they describe Noah building the ark, they say that he made it a certain number of cubits long. Do you guys measure things in cubits?
No.
No, I don't either. I don't know how long a cubit is. So a Bible dictionary would tell us 1 cubit is equal to, and it'll tell you like how many feet or how many yards or inches or something like that. So a Bible dictionary is very helpful because we didn't live during the time of Jesus. And 2,000 or more years, we're talking the Old Testament, later, we may not use the same words. And so the Bible dictionary helps us understand the different words. Look at the next one. A resource with maps of Bible lands. Which one do you think that is? Okay, the third one, the Bible Atlas is that one. So choice B goes to number 3. An atlas is basically any collection of maps. Okay, so you could buy a United States road atlas, which would be a big book that has all the states and all the highways that would help me drive through the states. And then usually in the big cities, it has a page just for the city to show all the roads in the big city. Okay, so that's an atlas. Does anybody know why it's called an atlas? It has to do with Greek or Roman mythology. I can't remember which one. Do you know why?
I don't know exactly why. I think it's because, I forgot.
Okay. Avery, do you know?
No, that's
Okay, hang on. The reason it's called an atlas is because I can't remember which mythology it was, but somebody whose name was Atlas angered, I believe it was Zeus, and his punishment was he had to hold the world for the rest of his life. So have you ever seen like a statue of a guy kind of on his knees with a great big ball on his back like this? Okay? If you see something like that, which Declan kind of missed out on me doing that, so I was a little low, all right? That's supposed to be a picture of Atlas holding the world on his back, okay? The reason the book is called an atlas is because it's a map, and maps show the world, okay? So it's kind of a weird way to name a book, but that's what it's called. Yes?
So I collect a lot of maps and vacation.
Mm-hmm.
So technically, I'm building an atlas.
You do. If you put them all together, that would be an atlas, okay? A Bible atlas is specifically going to be places in the Bible, okay? Yes, Avery. Yep, just like that. So the last one must go to C. Can somebody read C for us? Bethany, go ahead.
It lists the Bible words that help find a specific or I can't pronounce that word.
Specific.
Verse.
Okay. A Bible concordance is nice because how many of you have ever said, there's that one verse in the Bible and it kind of goes like this? Have you ever done that? You don't know what it is though. Okay? Here's what a Bible concordance is. Can somebody think of just a verse from the Bible? It doesn't even have to be the exact words. Just give me like, it's about this. Anybody got one? Liam?
The one, kind of goes like, I can't remember the full words.
Okay, well give me like a couple words of that.
It's a man with an arm.
Okay, well I need like at least a word. Okay? Who's got one? You got one, otherwise I'll give you one. What is it? Well, but give me like the verse, not where it's from. Because that's what a concordance helps you do. Okay, I'm just going to give you an example. Let's say that I'm trying to remember where the verse that Mrs. Springer and I use for our wedding verse is in the Bible. Let's say I can't remember where it's from. Okay, I actually do remember where it's from. Okay, but I know that it's the verse that said, I can do all things through him who gives me strength. Okay? If I go to the Bible concordance, what are you doing? If still asking the same question. I don't know why you thought that was a good way to put that on your desk. All right. In the Bible Concordance, if I just look up the word strength, it's going to give me every single place in the Bible where the word strength is used. And it will give me a little bit of the verse. So now here's the hard part. I have to go through and look through each one of those to find the exact one that I really want. Okay? A computer Bible Concordance is a little better because I can type in through him who gives me strength. And it's probably going to immediately give me the right verse that I'm looking for. Philippians 4:13. Okay? So that is something that a concordance can do. It makes it so that even if you don't remember exactly where something is in the Bible, you can still find it if you know a little bit about what it's talking about. Okay? You can even use it for, let's say you aren't sure where the story of Noah and the ark is. You can look up ark and find out where that is. Okay? It'll show you the places where it mentions an ark. All right? Yes?
Other types of concordances?
Yes, there are other kinds of concordances. Some books actually have a concordance in the back of them, but they don't call them a concordance. They call them a index. Thank you. Okay, in a Bible, they call it a concordance. In like a science book, it would be an index. So you look up the word, and it would tell you the page to find it on. Okay, it wouldn't tell you the definition. All right? Okay, that's all we're going to do for today. So go ahead and put those away. If you need to use the bathroom or something and get your snack, you can do that, and then we're going to get going with math. Bye, Declan.
What about recess?
What about it?
Oh, yeah, we have recess.